Hey guys, today we're checking out the twin pile bunker, possibly the last and certainly the biggest of the core drive weapon units. I'm going to unbox it, show you how it's built, and then we'll see what it looks like on the Burning Liger and the Xenorex. Let's get started.
Robo Shop.
Alright, so the box is the usual dimensions that all of these weapon units have, or I mean their boxes. It's a little thicker than the previous ones, which is not that surprising. This thing looks like it's going to be pretty big. And yeah, on the front here we have, actually this appears to be the inside of a hangar, as this is about to be installed on a burning liger. It looks totally different from the way it works in the anime, near as I can tell. You can also like spot there's an impact gatling here and a booster. What's it called again? The ignition booster, right? The ignition booster is depicted here, and we've got a small picture of it installed on a burning liger here. It says here this is Zoids Wild 56, and of course this is a core drive system weapon. On the side here we have the burning liger and the Xenorex and the impact gatling and the ignition booster. We've got the crazy Dr. Zoids from the YouTube channel that we all love so much, as I drop the box right here. And here it, I guess it tells us, you know, what other core drive weapons there are, and really just very, very briefly how to install it on the burning liger and the Xenorex, which of course is going to be the same as with the other core drive weapons. You know, you take this armor piece off the burning liger, and the whole back armor off of the Xenorex to expose the gear. And then if I had to take a wild guess, it probably clicks into place as you slide it forward. Here we have pictures of the twin pile bunker, and yeah, nothing else on the box really. So let's take a look at what's in here. The usual exciting moment where Space Hamster slicer dices the box open and we wonder if you can figure out how a knife works. Get these bags out. The instructions. That's everything that's in here. There's an S bag and an A bag, somewhat unsurprisingly. And here we have pretty big pieces. All right, let's see. This is, of course, sort of the main casing. It's huge. Put this in the middle here so you guys can see it properly. So yeah, again, this is the main casing. So obviously you can see here there's going to be some kind of gear mechanism that goes in here, like looks a bit like the inside of the impact gatling, and then you put this together and you've got yourself what looks like a Star Wars spaceship, basically. This little mechanical piece here, two of them actually. Guess that means it goes in the sides, and these are the casings for the actual pile bunkers. Might put these together wrong, like so. Okay. Yeah, I'll figure it out when I have the instructions in front of me. You can see where this is going. In the S bag, we have some pre-assembled stuff, apparently. Make sure I don't lose any of these gears, because I actually, gotta be honest, I only bought one of these because it looks like, I don't know, it looks like two horizontally mounted jackhammers. Let's see what I think when it's assembled and we take pictures. But right now I find this whole thing is just, it's not that. I know it's a big deal for some people because there was, of course, the pile bunker unit for the Rev Raptor in the NJR days, but I've never really got particularly excited about that either. Speaking of exciting, here's one of the actually, I don't know what this is going to do. This is the dumbest unboxing I've ever done. The pointy things here, actually, those are on the outside and are probably going to move back and forth. We've got this thing here that has this mechanism. Seems to be a coil spring in there. We have a couple of gears. We have these two coil springs. We have this. And we have this. And I have just now, as I am filming this, decided that, screw it. I am, in fact, going to film myself building this so that you guys can see what these coil springs do. For the very simple reason that I don't think there's been anything in the Zoids Wild line, and I would know because I do have everything, that has entailed using coil springs during assembly. So we're going to build this right now. It's telling me that this weird mutated lawn chair goes here, like so. And then the gears, the small one goes on the front peg. Make sure I don't put this in upside down. This one goes here, and this one goes here, like so. And then this obviously is going to, this is basically a transmission to ensure that it rotates at the correct speed. And then we close this up by attaching the pre-built mechanism to this peg, which now leaves me wondering what the heck this is going to do. There's a groove here, so I guess when this rotates, oh okay, yeah, of course, this rotates, it's going to move back and forth like this, and then make sure I don't forget something. We close it all up, like so. This is always the point where everything suddenly falls apart for no reason, so let's see if we can avoid that. Okay, it didn't happen right now, but it probably will. Okay, so this moves back and forth like so. And now the coil springs. This is the part that is the reason why I'm doing this in the first place. Now, let's make sure we use the correct one of these. That it does appear to be this one. It has an R on it, but it doesn't have the parts number, and the instructions only tell me the parts number. That's brilliant. The coil spring is meant to attach here, like so, and then it goes to the back, like this, you see? And we take A4, which is, of course, not this one, but you take a look real quick. No, it's this one. And this goes, the coil spring attaches here, and the rest of it goes into, oh, okay, I see, like this, and then boing, this happens. Okay, now obviously we do the step in the instructions that I just accidentally skipped. We put these I don't know, what do you call these? Pile bunker doesn't make any sense, does it? Or am I missing something? This is supposed to, hold on. Yeah, by the way, speaking of not excited, notice how these poles are like empty on the inside as per usual. Seems like something that you could just mold out of one piece, but guess not. Put this together as well. Hollow side goes on the bottom. Hollow side goes on the bottom here as well. If I can squeeze that in there. It's a really tight fit for some reason. Okay. Now, we are meant to thread this through here. Oh, okay, I see. And now this clicks in here, and you see if the instructions are telling me anything else that I'm supposed to be doing, but it doesn't appear that way. No, we're golden. I'm going to grab the wrong piece to put on top of this, and then I'll grab the right one, and then we'll do the second one. Let me take a look. No, I did have the right one. Like so. Sandwich this together, and now we have this. All right. Okay, now same thing on the other side, including a nice little slapstick intermezzo for you guys there. So coil spring like this, coil spring down, coil spring to the back. Turn this around because it's this way in the instructions, and I'm actually terrible at like space perception. I don't know what you call that. I'm not making any sense. Best build video ever. Notice how I stopped doing these. Anyone who remembers my early Zoids Wild reviews, I always made an ass of myself when I did the build. Fond memories, guys, fond memories. That reminds me, by the way, while I'm just doing this thing that I've already done, can somebody explain to me how my Brachiosaurus video, which is basically garbage, is still the most watched video on my channel? Any ideas? Leave a comment. It's terrible. That video is so bad, and it gets like, when I post a new one, it usually like it gets more views than the Brachiosaurus one for a bit, and then like a week later the Brachiosaurus is the most watched again. It's just, you know, law of YouTube. Once something is popular, it stays popular. Okay, I am supposed to hold this upside down. That's why this looks weird. And then this goes in here, but that doesn't make any sense. All right, sorry about the jump cut, folks, but this step is explained really poorly in the instructions. You know, it shows something that looks like it's this motion, but what you're actually doing is, see, these pegs go in these holes like this, and you're supposed to make sure that like this is in between here, and then yeah, you squeeze it down like this. This is really, like, even for an idiot like me, I have to say, this is really not explained very clearly. I mean, what I mean to say is that it could just be my idiocy, but I really don't think so. All right, but anyway, this is the pile bunker, twin pile bunker unit, completely assembled. Let's see if I can make this, happen here. So, oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Gets stuck a lot, but that's going to be fine. I mean, this is, you know, you're not supposed to drive it like this. It's supposed to be the rotation of the gear that drives it. So what happens, if you want to take a closer look, you pull this, I mean, this is going to move backwards, and when it's all the way back here, see, this presses up against something in here, which causes this to disappear, I mean to move in. And then from the coil springs, boom. They don't move at the same time though, which is kind of a shame. Yeah, the coil springs, of course, make these go forward. I still don't know what to call them. And then this moves back forward, and see here, this gets pressed inside, locks into place in the front, and it's ready to go again. All right, cool mechanism, gotta give it that. Now let's check it out on the actual Zoids. Alright, so here it is on the Burning Liger. Despite the size, I'd say the walking movement isn't really affected in a way that you'd notice, or that's a problem. Same with the Xenorex. I think it does sway side to side a bit more than without it, but it works fine. I also tried it on a Xenorex with the extension parts from the Evolution weapon sets, and obviously that works a bit better, but it's fine either way, really. I still think you're going to want to use this thing in combination with those extension parts if you're going to put it on a Xenorex though. Here's another look at it on the standard Rex, and I don't know, it just looks absolutely massive. Here it is with the extension parts. I mean, decide for yourselves what you think, obviously, but I think this looks a lot more balanced and less like it's carrying this gargantuan contraption on its back. Here's another look at it on the Burning Liger. I kind of expected this to look pretty bad because of how boxy and rectangular it is, but for some reason this actually looks fine. And finally, here's a comparison with the ignition booster because they're both kind of big and rectangular, and I wanted to show you guys how much bigger the twin pile bunker is. So, I think my conclusion here is that I still think the Impact Gatling is the best of the core drive weapons, but all three of them work really well, and whatever I may think of the pile bunker in terms of what kind of weapon it is, it looks better than I expected it to. So, if you have to pick one, I'd still go with the Impact Gatling, but really just take whichever you like, they're all good. And that's it for this one. I'm really not sure what's next, but if you don't want to miss it, now's as good a time as any to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. I'll have more Zoids related content and other stuff coming all the time, no matter what Takara Tomy does. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.